Good morning, Arthur. How are you today?
Good morning, Peter. I'm very good, and you?
Arthur's the head of growth and operations at Equitise and is going to talk to us about his company's experience in crowdsourced funding. Can you tell us more about equity crowd fundraising in Australia, please, Arthur?
Yes. So first of all, we just say Equitise instead of equity. A few people make the mistake, but that's totally fine. So a bit of background on the legislation in Australia over the past year and so. So legislation for equity crowdfunding first passed in Australia in May 2017, after more than 2 years of consultation and debate. And the first licenses have been issued in January 2018 to companies such as Equitise. To be eligible for retail equity crowdfunding, companies need to have turnover or gross assets of no more than $25 million, and they can raise up to $5 million per year from retail investors through crowdsourced funding platforms such as Equitise. In January 2018, we were one of the first platforms to receive the Australian retail equity crowdfunding license, and on the same day, we launched the first ever retail offer, which went on to raise almost $2.8 million from the crowd. This was for a neobank called Zinja, and just closed a second round for them. And we've raised to date $5 million for them through those 2 rounds. So traditionally, the pre-IPO industry has been reserved for established venture capital funds or sophisticated investors or fund managers. But now we're really opening up this market to investors of all sizes.
Okay, so that's very good. Equitise have got the highest amount of money raised so far by the various intermediaries. What do you attribute this to?
So I think there are a few important things here that we can consider. First of all, we have the most experience in this sector, as Equitise was founded 4 years ago by Chris and Johnny, our 2 managing directors in New Zealand, when the legislation for equity crowdfunding passed there and was not already passed in Australia. And since that, we've helped more than 40 companies raise capital in Australia and New Zealand. We have a very reliable platform that is super easy to use for investors, and we can facilitate investments from individuals, but also companies, self-managed super funds, and trusts. We also have a very large database of active retail and wholesale investors with whom we share every investment opportunity, and we communicate and leverage this network for every deal. We also put a lot of effort in the preparation of every offer to prepare the company for the raise and to get all the key elements in place. And one of the most important points to me is also the fact that at Equitise we have a great team of experts in marketing, technology, and fundraising. We all share a passion for innovation and a determination to make it easier for early stage companies to access capital.
Okay, so what do you think the unique competitive position is for Equitise?
To me, it's really the team that we have at Equitise, as I was just telling you. We have a great team of experts with combined experience across equity capital markets, investment banking, VC, but also in marketing, technology, and user experience. And putting together all these people, we've been able to manage the best raise to date and to help very good companies to raise a large amount of capital from retail investors in Australia. And just another point that I think that is very important is the trust that people have in Equitise. This is a new market, so we really need to build a reputation first for equity crowdfunding in Australia and for Equitise as a company. And to date, we've seen that Equitise is a very trusted partner for the investors and for the companies which are looking to raise capital. And we really want to stay the best at what we do. And we want to help more businesses out there raise capital and build more brand awareness.
Okay, so that's very interesting, and it's a great overview of what your company does. Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers today? We're going to be presenting this recording to accountants and also to company directors, managers and shareholders of small businesses and medium-sized enterprises. So is there anything else you wish to add? in your overview today, please, Arthur?
I just want to say that if anyone is looking at raising capital in Australia, equity crowdfunding is a very powerful tool to raise large amounts of capital, but also to access new customers and to build more brand awareness and to get your brand out there. So if you think that's something that would help the brand, definitely reach out to us. We're more than happy to have a meeting, look at what the company does, and we will assess whether we can help you raise capital through the Equitise platform.
Okay, thank you very much for joining us today, Arthur. And we look forward to talking to you later on this very interesting journey of taking Australian companies through this capital raising process.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.